guys, snarfflarf here, and welcome back to another episode of Not for Broadcast. We are now starting our third day of TV show making, news, monitoring, whatever this is. Day 153, The Tempest. Day 153, but only our third day actually, like, playing the thing. Which is not what I expected. Day 153, The Tempest. Assume that's... Oh, whoa.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here, your boss. While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded,
He's mad at me because I skipped a day before.
Information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other two, so
or not.
read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp. My God, that weather looks nasty.
Advanced transition? Okay. Oh. Ooh, it's raining.
Everybody, like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Check your
Good
prostate.
evening. I'm Jeremy
Did
Donaldson.
we start?
I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious
I wasn't
storm
ready.
appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement,
I don't
we'll
know.
be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome.
I'm right into it, I
Trapped in
guess.
Dante's taint for more
Expecting
than a
a-
month now,
oh.
Doctors Ingrid Svorsborg and Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering
can't
2
even see-
possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science
I don't
working
know.
together,
Operation
hopes are still high
Escape
for the
and
eventual
Operation
return of the
Survive?
team to dry land.
While both options are still on the table, support seems to be growing for a daring escape attempt. If a group of
I don't know.
fungus experts can't fix the most advanced craft ever conceived by man, then who can?
Bloodbath avoided. As the last Mr. Snugglehogs is found and destroyed, we ask, how could we have been so blind?
Fortunately, this station wisely chose not to advertise Mr. Snugglehugs, and
I
the
don't know.
subsequent disappointing sales turned out to
They're,
be a
they're
miracle,
just
as
people
only
with
7
toys.
children
What's
were
the
horribly
difference?
injured by the lethal toy. How much worse could it have been? Thankfully, we'll never know.
Questions have been raised about the government's judgment, with Prime Minister Peter Clement forced to apologise this morning for seeming to endorse a self-combusting plaything in this publicity shot taken last Christmas. Let's hope his niece recovers quickly.
I don't know.
2. Johnny Hamsley.
I don't know what these 2 things are.
Having a private moment out at lunch today.
The Bolivar couple have certainly been on a roller coaster since they started dating late last year, and this image is sure to place them firmly back in the tabloids.
Could we be on the verge of the biggest celebrity wedding since professional wrestler Randy Grizzlenuts McFridge married his longtime tag team partner Tina Tiny Hands last year in a wrestling ring made entirely of cake?
Is this once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs
Am I supposed to be
disaster
switching
behind
between them?
Remington's Fist CEO Sophia Remington today announced a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are skeptical that the
That
young
looks like
CEO can
pills.
fulfill her promises.
When
You
only
probably
a
shouldn't give
fart
to
will do,
children,
you need the Flawed
unless
Master
it's their
5000.
prescription.
That's the slogan accompanying the announcement that has rocked the construction industry
no
this
idea what
morning.
that is.
The breakthrough device for aiding in installation is sure to change the way we see the
Sorry, the
humble
lighting is so fucking bad, by the
An
way.
exclusive Prime Minister
I could not get it
coming
right.
later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon live.
It was either all light or no light.
Final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's
National Nightly News.
What the hell is this? Alright, everything looks normal. We're just reading through their cards. Angry as usual.
first tonight. While Advance is certainly proving popular with the majority of the country, who've seen their wealth and standards of living increase considerably, for some, the transition has not been as pleasant.
That's right, Megan. The formerly aristocratic members of our society have had to make major adjustments to come to terms with the new regime.
Robin Short is in suburbia investigating rumours that these previously privileged people may be planning some kind of protest. Robin?
Thanks, Megan.
Right.
I'm here in Moderate Hatchings to talk to Wentworth and Penelope Somerset Bentley, who were relocated to the house.
Wentworth Somerset Bentley. How British can you be?
Assets and Wealth Act on their first day in office. Tell me, how are you settling into your new lives?
Well, quite frankly, Robin, we're not settling in at all. Our neighbours are whitewatters.
It's simply untenable. I hope you'll forgive my language, but it's as steaming as a Wednesday hatch basket with too much spatting.
So,
Now, Penelope.
is that a curse
Sorry,
word?
Robin, my sister's under a lot of pressure.
Oh, British.
She had to dress herself this morning and she still hasn't quite recovered, Robin.
My goodness, that must have been quite a shock.
She really struggles with ribbons, Robin.
Well, at least you've been rehoused in a nice big house.
Big house? This grubby little gaddis spatch only has one staircase.
And the breakfast room and the dining room in the same bloody place. Imagine that, having all one's grub in one room. One room, Robin.
So what would you say to the people that feel that your family has had it far too easy for far too long, and that these redistributions are both
it's a nice
fair
house. This
and
is
just?
a
I
two-car
hardly thought it was
garage.
easy for fussle's sake. Only one of our swimming pools was even heated.
But realistically, what can you do?
Well, you've asked the right bloody question, Robin.
Thank you, Wentworth. I wasn't the youngest ever editor
Rich
of the
people.
Swinstead School Inquirer for no reason.
I think our toilet butler was from Swinstead. Dear George. Oh, I wonder what happened to him. Yes. I remember. Daddy tried to shoot him in the buttocks and he ran off into the woods.
Oh, good times.
Oh, that's probably my last happy memory, Robin.
Tragic, but what can you do?
We will rise and rebel. We wage war on our revolting rulers with righteous words and rebellious writings. Our best guess in our quest for redress is to divest our breast in an undressed bare chest protest.
Oh, what's that?
Daddy! Daddy, it's
Daddy!
starting!
Please don't do that. We can't show this on the news.
Right, you
That's
buggers!
they always scream that in the beginning.
Tilly! Get the dog!
Oh. Am I supposed to be off of it? No?
Please, you are showing some shame.
Free at last!
Ah!
Somerset Bentley, glad to meet you. See, the protest has started already. Nice sharp work, boy.
Thanks, Daddy.
He gets that from me, you know.
And forgive me, what are you trying to achieve here?
We just want to be fudding well heard, that's all.
Oh, language, Penelope. We are nude, not rude.
Sorry, Daddy.
We want the world to realise we won't roll over and run away. We will revolt. We will rise again.
Yes, we bloody well.
How many actors do they hire for this?
Are you okay?
Did you just get shot?
Shut up and get your
Well, Jeremy, Megan, as this embryonic protest movement takes one in the top legs, it's back to you in the studio. I'm Robin Short, struggling surreptitiously in Moderate Hatchings.
Thanks, Robin. That's certainly a story we want to be keeping an eye on, eh, Megan?
Speak for yourself there, Jeremy, but I've seen enough shaft work to last me a lifetime.
I'm sure you have. But can a naked protest movement ever really catch on? It doesn't seem like the way we do
What
things
does
in
that
this
have to
country.
do with
As I'm
anything?
sure you're aware, Jeremy, this country is becoming a very different place.
Yes, but seriously, who's going to run around naked in our weather?
Oh, hopefully not you, Jeremy.
Yes, well, there wouldn't be enough canvas for the slogans.
When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board Finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back. Oh, sorry, I'm busting. Oh.
I don't think I have to censor any of this because the ad's going. Crazy deal!
Yes.
This is who we put our money into or whatever. Or getting our money from.
She's welcome to it. Why is it raining on my desk?
Taking up space. This has got the crazy feel.
Alex, Bozeman, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see Fanny's on the news. Bozeman out.
Crazy Neil this Easter.
Which version of the word fanny?
You want to sleep on your lawn? We've got flower beds. We have even got shrubbery. You want to sling a hammock? We'll throw in the trees for free. You need a sleeping bag? We've got men's sleeping bags, boys' sleeping bags, couples' sleeping bags you could sleep in upside down with just your feet out. We got beds you could sleep on your front back.
Just letting me watch
we got
this.
Miles, we got cushions for miles. Michelangelo spent all his time on his back painting because he couldn't afford a bed. And we say we're going to cut down on prices so hard they're going to look flatter than
My favorite part of the game.
Throwing competition. It's an Easter deal with meal appeal. You want to come down and arm wrestle me? Ah!
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities and transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You joined me live here for the final of the first annual Sports Board Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Eddie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the Orangi hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending, it's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part.
Is this the sport? Do they just slap each other?
And, Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps.
I don't understand sports.
Stupid.
Like any sports.
Stupid. Eddie Striker. Eddie Striker.
Ever.
Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. Using his arm to pick up the ball.
Do they just pose? Oh, wait.
Not a bad shot there from
No, they're throwing a... Oh, they're throwing the ball into the trash can?
For shots number 3. All right. For shots number 3. All right. She's gone to sort of throwing it under her legs. She's gone to not bad if you ask me. Not bad.
But you have to do like trick shots?
Out.
I don't know. I mean, it's all a joke.
Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Move back. I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So it's really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the argument with the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends.
This is how every sport looks to me.
Now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large.
Second round,
Striker giving it large. Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch. I apologise if we broadcast any of that stuff.
I have to avoid the naked people.
Try and ignore all of that security. I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow because it's quite an eyesore, and women's bodies. Yeah. All right, great. Okay, so round 2 now, and Harry's absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Eddie Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And was that the fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the Heats. What a brilliant move. Back to Striker. And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound. Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastering display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, always said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves. 4 rounds and 7 subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Remington Switch. Sponsored by Remington Switch. On my whistle, on my whistle. On my whistle, on my whistle. Nice piece of music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket has been knocked over. I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning television. And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Ballboy cannot be in the final pose. Ballboy cannot be in the final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these two players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't. Thank you. Because of science, we can't. Thank you. Not bad.
First sport to be co-ed.
Well, that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. I don't know what's going on. Ball boy's giving me the eye all day. Striker there, not a great start.
That's the word? That's the word, I think.
Back to Harris here. God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball, am I right, ladies? God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball, am I right, ladies? Tommy Harris. Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because of course if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket.
He's trying to knock it in the bucket.
Back to Striker. Back to Striker. And Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course perhaps... And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course we've seen that before. Look at her face.
So this is how sports look to me. It's this ridiculous, and I don't understand anything that's happening.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. Here we go. Tommy Harris. Tommy Harris. That's all right. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact of caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like, I mean, this is a mess now. I don't know what I can be doing about this. I mean, sort of breasts and genitals for all to see. I mean, there's only so much I can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they? All right, I'll try and carry on. The players are...
No, I can't. Okay, here.
Because these protesters hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. Nonsense is going on here. Yes, yes. We want our money. Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters. Absolute wasters. Oh, jog on! It's an absolute bloody... Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it? Who could believe it?
I thought you said it was Sunday morning.
Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go in there at this point. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernauts of the sport. The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. Juggling it around from her hands. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she's spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on from Striker. So she's in it to win it.
I'm sorry. I've now invested in this. This is. I mean.
Tommy Harris here.
I'm enjoying the performances.
And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. I'm not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's trying to have the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris! Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic... There we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump! We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please. Contestants in, please. And the winner of the first annual Sports Board Championship is everyone!
Okay, the Red Fox decreed once again a win for everyone, including me as my 15th win in the Sports Board Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals, their 6th and 7th respectively. And thanks again for watching the Sports Board Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all is left to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon there had an extraordinary...
All right.
Historic sports board, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
1 minute back.
Sorry, this is
microphone shot me.
What?
Fucking microphone just shot me.
required.
Where's that sound guy?
Children, are you scared of a long, painful decline in your final years? Of being trapped in your own body as it slowly wastes away?
I want to watch this because this is like more important, right?
Well, it doesn't have to be that way. Now you...
Postman again. Just heard from the chaps in maintenance. The storm is playing havoc with the electrics, and you might notice the odd spark.
Can't focus on 2001.
All the time. Dave got shocked into a coma last year, but he was up and at 'em the next day. Anyway, our compensation package is parallel to none. Good luck. Postman out.
At the end of your stay,
I'm not getting any of this.
pass on painlessly.
I'm passing on painlessly?
In love, in comfort.
Is this like a nursing home? I haven't been able to follow.
Well lived.
Is this like a retirement plan?
Our expert legal team will help you make all those difficult arrangements, and our aftercare team will help your dependents
Nursing
through the
home.
grieving process, ensuring your final wishes are carried out efficiently and compassionately, all absolutely free.
That sounds
Your
good.
service, your team.
Free healthcare. That's good. For
Welcome back. I am delighted Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National...
Am I supposed to like Advance or not like Advance?
Just Julia and
Because that seemed good, right?
Much in titles, it doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted.
Oh, these are the people who lead it, right?
Firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whingers most.
People who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
So much dripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death, Pet. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
What would I say to
Are you
that?
saying that Advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner.
I wouldn't say death. I'm afraid of heights, but not like deathly afraid. I just get kind of like wobbly.
Much less scary.
And much less painful, and much less...
Liminal spaces kind of weird me out, but I'm also fascinated by them.
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school.
I don't get scared very easily.
Grandad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. We were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope. 3 days later, he were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching football. He wouldn't even wait till half time.
That sounds.
It was awful. It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away, and he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't, or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see, and she didn't want to lose the children.
Are you making euthanasia legal?
No family
Is that the
should have to suffer
surprise?
like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So,
or is it a nursing home? I don't know. Why don't they just say things directly? I hate politicians.
And that choice is important. This
It's
is a
too
service
vague.
only for people who choose it. For people who feel they've run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
Just given me electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think it's from my asshole.
Are we still on the air, Peter?
Yes. Sorry. My apologies. Oh.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry. I've got sacked again. Can I get a little bit of help here, please?
That the older generation might feel somewhat.
This is a problem.
Massive. Right. No. This bastard's coming off.
That the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly
capable
with a rusty twat.
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at a breathless pace. It's hard to believe you've yet to be in office a year.
Oh, Megan, we're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you.
I mean, this doesn't sound bad.
Jeremy.
It doesn't sound like a bad thing.
Yes, that's all we have time for tonight.
Right?
Thanks go out to our guests. Congratulations to
Like
all the winners at the
elder
Sports
care.
Final. We'll
That's
see you
free.
tomorrow night
That sounds
at the
good,
same
right?
time. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. If you can,
I guess it's not supposed to be like good or bad.
And we're out.
I'm just supposed to decide, but whoa.
So they just...
It seems so.
I don't suppose there's any way this could be a good thing.
But like, I mean, that sounds good to me. I don't see a problem with that. I also did just get electrocuted. Received a small bonus. Well, things are looking up. And sometimes splurging. Right. Hands went up. I guess this is the resistance. Went up. Right. Oh, that's different. Hey, question mark, question mark, question mark. The lockdown. Oh, did I just wake up in the office?
Oh, thank God you're alive. It's Jenny, the floor manager. Are you okay? Alex, you need to get it together. Look at the broadcast screen.
Is someone gonna like check on me?
Look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it now. Look left, Alex, out the window. See? They're all over it, the little bastards. Turn on the Snuggles app by pushing the big red button and it'll deal with them for you.
I'm sorry, what?
Excellent, Alex. We're broadcasting again. They must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes a tap on the button to clear one. Look, there's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts to mess up the signal again.
Great.
That seems to be the last of them, for now.
What the hell is happening? This took a turn.
Loaded up.
Who's Jenny?
My pet idiot.
Well, in a few moments, we'll be going live to the National Nightly News.
There's the music.
Before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on.
This has no credibility, Jenny.
On Channel 1 at 7 o'clock.
No professionalism.
What's wrong with this picture? And
It's not a mess. Everything is where it should be. It's ramshackle and characterful, and I expect you to know the difference. Of course Megan's place looked lovely, but I can't see it, can I?
Thanks, Jenny. How's Lockin' your boyfriend going?
Outside.
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another romantic comedy.
Oh, are we working from home now? Is this quarantine?
Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
She says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know, I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds.
Did I wake up in COVID times?
Preferably a furry one.
It's the National Weather Report.
5, 4.
How long have I been out for?
It's time to join Jeremy Donaldson.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefucked? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehugs toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs we had so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender
I was just
stereotypes,
like,
the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good.
I don't know. I can't tell what these things
Armed with
are.
blunt weapons, the Mrs. Snugglehugs are only ankle height and therefore able to be kicked away easily by young, healthy individuals. They do, however, pose a particular risk to the elderly or those with pre-existing medical conditions like fatal bruise syndrome.
Is this
Going
COVID?
stir crazy.
Are they COVID
With no
right now?
signs of Mrs. Snugglehugs' batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected.
So it's quarantine, but it's like
Dramatic reports are beginning to
boys.
emerge of uncharacteristically bold behaviour
man?
in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in the Donaldson household.
With dating options limited, many house sharers, in particular students, are finding solace in co-tenants they'd previously rejected as unfuckable, indulging in an activity that has become known as snuggle tugging.
Going it alone. Popular crustacean.
Okay, so imagine while they were making the game, COVID happened, and so they had to do
How
this,
he's been spending his lockdown.
and they just made it with the toys, and that's why this feels so out of place.
Partner, Tiffany Lamour, was busy in the capital preparing her new show, Chocolate Clit Bombs, for its now postponed grand opening. Let's hope the exhibits don't melt.
It's great to see a celebrity using their time wisely, as the government suggests, by developing a new hobby or fetish, and most importantly, by keeping your spirits up. Nice to see.
I assume that's what happened, because this feels really like a weird shift.
In their own
But I think they must have just gone into quarantine while making the game and had to do this.
Forsborg and Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellized imaging equipment.
Many of the Forsborg and Horgans brood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetigus Forsborg and Womensvoord the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Greeting from Dante's Tate, or as we say down here in the family, many mushrooms to you. I don't know what a Mrs. Pluckless Pug is, but they sound like they're causing you guys real problems. We've been trapped down here for 8,961 days now, and all I can say is I sure am glad Mum and Dad chose not to get on that escape craft. Since they grew me and the rest of the family, we've been getting on famously, and sometimes Mum stops crying for upwards of 20 minutes. Also,
Really took a turn.
As push, you can eat flards, if you can handle the stomach cramps and the amnesia. Greetings from Dante's Taint, or as we say down here in the family, many mushrooms to you.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
But as
I also just realized I'm now doing 2 broadcasts in the episode. I might split this into 2.
That's right. And as anyone will tell you, the deeper the bowl,
the thicker
Oh,
the
I'm
goldfish.
recording.
There's no denying the
checking
logic
that.
of that.
Keep on
Class
watching the
war.
video.
A worrying turn today for the formerly rich as ever more punishing measures are announced, Alex.
With the country becoming ever
okay.
more hostile
I've already
to
been
the
recording
previously
for like
wealthy,
30 minutes.
those who managed to skip the country must be very grateful to the people who help them right now.
This program has received reports of rich relatives on the run actually being filled with helium and released into the stratosphere. If
What
those
is
rich
going
bastards
on?
think they're above the rest of us, why not give them a hand in getting there, Jeremy?
And Advance speaks out. With the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world, Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Good evening. In these difficult times, it's important that we all feel united, that we're all in this together. And for a short time, we must
Alright,
bear
I feel like it's
significant change.
I don't know if this is gonna be like one quick thing, or if it's gonna be like a full 3-segment thing.
Times. I've written a list of things that are just as temporary as all of this
But
discomfort.
what I'll do is we'll probably just stop after the first segment.
Christmas
If I can.
with the in-laws.
I don't know if saves work.
Your child's school play. Youth. Beauty. That phase you still don't talk about. Your New Year's resolution. Your husband's hairline. Your waistline.
I'm sorry, I'm in shock.
Your term in office. Your fleeting lifetime.
What is going on?
And all of human endeavour. I hope my relatable list has allowed you to find reassurance. To know that just as these things pass us by, so too will this crisis.
I'm not
Together,
clicking
we
this, it
will
does it on its
endure,
own.
as
Just
we
checking.
always have. Thank you.
Delectable stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be catching up with brave roving reporter Patrick Bannon, while I check in with two friends of the programme who find themselves stranded at opposite ends of the country.
And then, in part 3, there's going to be a quiz. Presumably because there's nothing more important going on that you might like to report on if you were, say, a news programme.
And in a moment, we'll both be asking Sophia Rimington how such a trusted brand can have made such a terrible manufacturing mistake.
With what it describes here as help from popular psychic scientist Delia Lywell.
Oh, I like her.
You don't, why do you do that?
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
Okay, pause. What is happening? Lockdown special.
First tonight, how did we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining us from her ranch in Arlingsfield, Milkirky is the CEO of Rimington's Fist, internationally respected business Bengali, Sophia Rimington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I'm a huge fan of your work.
And from a crystal healing laboratory, what I assume is a garage in Upper Lowington, inexplicably renowned psychic scientist, Dr. Delia Lywell. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Sorry, us?
Myself and the eminent professors.
Is that what you call the voices in your head?
The voice seem to attract dead scientists. I don't really know why.
The money?
They express themselves to me through ethereal algebra and quadratic predictions. It's all very technical.
No, it isn't.
I concur. Miss Remington, the entire Snuggle Hugs range will surely go down as the biggest public relations disaster in history, won't it?
Well, of course, that's one world record we would never have sought to claim.
What can you say at a time like this?
There is only one thing that can be said. I'm sorry. We're sorry. From everyone here at Rimington's Fist, but especially the dedicated inventors and world-beating engineers at Rimming Toys, we are deeply, deeply sorry. Who could have predicted that letting a child's toy learn how to love could have such unforeseen consequences?
Mary Shelley?
We see you, Sophia Rimington. You are preening by a metal vessel, and when you venture, you will see neither land nor sky.
Is that supposed to be the future?
Only the past is concrete. I remember being a child in my grandpa's workshop.
Only the
when he
present
made
is
the
real.
first dancing hangman toy. He put it by my bed, and when I couldn't sleep, I'd wind it up and let it go, and I'd watch that happy little executioner just wiggle and wave his tiny noose and dance before my eyes. Grandpa sold thousands of them, on the quiet, obviously. And he used the money he made to found Rimming Toys, which is now just one small part of the global supermassive megacore that is Remington's Fist. Sadly, we lost Grandpappy along the way. He died in a fire at the preschool tobacco factory, another one of his pet projects. But we never lost his spirit of invention.
What's happening anymore?
Yes, I'm not entirely certain what your grandfather's offensive toys have to do with the current predicament.
The spirit of invention, Mr. Donaldson. The passion to create, to problem solve. And that is why I'm here today, to tell you about a brand new product we're launching simultaneously around the world from midnight tonight.
We said science! Science! We hear its song on the breeze, its breath on the wind, its fart under the covers.
How does she do it?
Well, please, don't keep us in suspense any longer.
Won't be my feature she's making up next.
Remington's Fist is proud to present Snuggle Traps. Safety and security in these dangerous times. Each box of Snuggle Traps contains 8 devices, all guaranteed to stop a Mrs. Snugglehugs in its tracks. That's enough for a small lawn or 4 window boxes. And you want to know the best thing? They're only $129.99 a box. Now that is affordable peace of mind.
We see you, Jeremy Donaldson.
Not now, honey, I'm mid-pitch. The best thing about Snuggle Traps is they're powered by next-generation Flardinium batteries. So, however long the enemy lasts, these traps will outlast them.
We see you, Mr. Donaldson. You are screaming and yelling. Your friends are crying. They
Hiring.
And then
Hiring.
you're gone.
Oh my god, I just got chills. Did anyone else just get chills then?
I think I did.
I think it's more concerned. I think I'd be more concerned about these traps. Quickly, before we go to the break, these appear to be attractively repackaged landmines. Aren't they dangerous, say, to children?
Oh, hell yeah. These are not toys, but they're explosive fun.
Sophia Remington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be taking a look at the situation.
What's the point of the other one being here? They never let her talk.
We'll be back after these bandages.
Was that all right?
Oh yes, Doctor, that was exactly what we did.
I got achievement. Always a buck to be made.
Very nice, that young Miss Remington.
I think she'd make an interesting dinner guest.
Do you think so?
Chapter from Crazy Neil's Wit and Wisdom, and I'm reaching out through the lens of this camera to say, buddy, if you're listening, build a better life for yourself. You want crazy? We got crazy.
Dave's back.
I've decided to come home. Listen, I'll call you back in the next break and we can talk about how I get me job back. Cheers, Alex. See you, mate.
More of a hunch look, and that wasn't popular. I used to have a ventriloquist act. I cheated, rather, because I trained a dog to talk. You can get down on all fours and yap like a dog for only $22.99 a month. This is a deal with Neil appeal. As the astronaut once said to me, I had a mission.
Even advertising in this one.
Sometimes you're the alien and sometimes you're the cow. Hey dude, get off my wife. They wanted to increase recruitment for nuns. Nuns with buns, nuns with guns, nuns with sons. That one didn't go down so much because apparently they're not supposed to have sons. Crazy Bob here to make your life a little more enjoyable. Namaste.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Now it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan.
Oh, so I think this was the guy that we got tickets to see and didn't go to.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled indefinitely, and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh, Alan, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. People are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise they've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Right, is now available in paperback.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You. You're unbelievable. You.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again. Spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. They want us compliant.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to react to this anymore.
Can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but...
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys? That's a lot of people. And this is no different. You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit.
Well, then I must be wrong.
Alan, are you now recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media.
He just wants to
Katie, how
go against everyone.
Alan's claims that
Like devil's advocate to everything.
dangerous after all.
He wants to be the one person on the other side.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snugglehug situation will all blow over, but it won't.
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
to repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. We need to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborns, or to push a beloved family pet.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and perform the ritual, hopefully we will appease the great ancient.
Seen in burger. Whatever that is.
Katie, could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested heavily into health, so the system can actually bear
Has it been years?
The Obama laws have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within.
Will you just stop?
Are they in the same
The
room?
alliance of fish people are amassing an army. Amassing an army to kidnap
That's you. That's what you sound like. That's you. That's what you sound like.
But I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend. And that's why no
I've got loads of friends.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yeah, stop lying, Alan. Yes,
Not lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
Not lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
No, you are, but what am I?
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James.
Alan, you know what they
Katie
say about
Brightman, thank you
flitches,
for
Alan?
joining
I'm
me.
getting my needle.
Thank you for joining me.
I'm getting my needle.
I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Okay, let's. I don't care what anyone says.
Today, we give it into the national conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that. It's Patrick Brennan. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello. I'm here. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. But my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young, promising journalist before his full potential is even realised? Will he die, underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much underpaid?
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
That's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy. The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing the sort of resourcefulness that would make me an ideal candidate for,
what does a sponge do?
For example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy, not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
Which street? I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on? Oh, God. I'm just looking for a sign. There it is. I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue? Bannon Avenue? Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign, it says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh, yeah, that is like, that's strange, that's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on
Where
Bannon.
are you really?
I'm on Bannon. Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue, I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine. Well, I mean, I'm in my bathroom technically, but you know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. It's you know, it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick. We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
Can you hear that sound? Can you hear that sound?
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there. A tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh, bollocks.
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of little roving reporters.
You're lying, aren't you? Oh, shit, fucking, listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just piss off, you little fucking snuggle fuck! I'm too talented to die! I'm too talented to die! Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off.
So, who moved the camera just then?
What do you see, Patrick? What do you see, Patrick?
Walk around, little things.
Thank you, Patrick, for that report, showing the nation, and more importantly, management, just where you belong.
Am I supposed to worry about this? It's doing it on its own.
To take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this. Join us after this. You're damn right. Yeah, I had them delivered. Yes, to Bannon Avenue.
Alright.
Dave here. I've run into a few problems getting back, although not as bad as yours. It looks like you've got one loose in the studio. Whack it on the head if it gives you any trouble.
What?
It's pretty bad here too, mate.
What?
All board. Captain's down. Worse, chef's down and we're out of rum. Not sure I'm going to make it to sobriety or dry land. If I had a missus, I'd ask you to tell her that I love her, but to be honest, I've kind of pissed my life away, mate.
No, Dave!
At least I'm outdoors, eh?
Aging. Possibly more so.
Is there one here? Is this like fucking FNAF now? I gotta like check all like the doors and windows.
One of us.
And the desk.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to. I don't have to. No, you're being a child. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
Public eventually.
No? No? Oh, 5.
Does it only appear there?
Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome back anyway. We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people felt it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense, other, more important people...
Okay, it might only appear up here.
So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win. And who will National Nightly lose. So, how do we play? Well, who knows all about playing? It's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
No, it does go around.
It's good to see
This is what. This is not where I was expecting it to go. Why is there motion blur? Ah.
Yeah, I think I heard about that. Yeah.
No, I'm moving too fast. So then.
During that time, so.
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage. I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else yours truly. And those people are going to get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Jeremy.
Oh.
Jeremy. Thank you.
This is not what I was expecting.
What is that?
It's my athletic support, Jeremy.
Oh.
But I've signed it, so...
Oh, well then, what a fantastic prize.
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once-in-a-lifetime prize, Jeremy?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna split this into 2 parts.
We have Angie on the line. How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say, I love you. Both of
Sorry for talking about me making the video so much in the video.
Angie, I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself, Angie. Tell us about yourself.
What can I say? My name is Angie. Always has been.
Hasn't been under the desk
I'm a
yet.
woman, and my dental hygiene
Human woman.
described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get these shambles on the way?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30
Okay,
seconds?
well there's an audio cue.
30 seconds on the clock.
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock.
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is my favourite colour?
Crushed praline 4.
Correct, the colour of my nipples. And finally, Angie dear, what is my star sign?
That's a trick question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable, that is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly Bean?
We do indeed. We should have Sonia Hartleach. Are you there, Sonia?
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being here, Sonia. Thank you for being here,
Tommy! Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must play this game, I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffee Cup, and Jodie Carpetbur.
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios, and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artist contracts, I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Wow, that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff, standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Oh, well, you know, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
No fucking way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We've got time,
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's not too bold. That's all right, don't worry.
Hey, I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been working on some new shit.
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
People still let you know their children, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil? We'd love to
Absolutely dying to.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Timely child support payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers.
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think...
Furries.
Yes, I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am. Yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
Oh, the bear,
Yes, right. This one is much better.
What's the plot?
This one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear because all of the other bears don't think they'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
Well, I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic figure. Picture this. He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in. He can't even face his salmon, can he? But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is fucking gripping.
That's right. He meets a wise old octopus who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
And what you need to do, Mr. Bear, says the octopus, probably doing an 8-arms gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals. It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Wow. You really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh, fuck shit.
What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
Are you all right, Jamboree?
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop.
I missed it, but it was
To
fine.
know how it ends.
Do I not get any consequences for missing?
About inevitable mediocrity.
Yeah, Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end. We end on a big music.
I feel like I should be talking more. But I feel like this is I mean, this is the content. Me just going around slapping this thing. Well, these guys talk about nonsense.
Why not?
Hear the video.
As they say at orgies.
Put my face in the corner.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted.
What?
At all. I can only apologise in advance for what we're all about
What
to
has happened?
endure.
You turn this shitting thing up.
Well, there's all sorts of creatures down on Dangly Doodle Farm. like wise old Mr. Octopus with way too
I don't think
many
this is what they were on call for.
There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cat, they're always in good mood. But that's cause they don't know they'll soon be sliced up into food.
Oh god, it's a music thing.
Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where
Who is this?
to turn into despair.
What?
Mr. Bear, what's that over there?
How?
That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon.
I don't understand this thing 2 times.
Mr. Porcupine thinks
1,
he'll read
2,
the news at
no.
9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Mr. Tiny Mouse thought he'd
I
own
don't
a
get it.
massive house. Ended up in a bedsit where he can't control the louse. Mr. Horse thought he'd go into professional sports. Now he's an alcoholic and he's on his 3rd divorce. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your life becomes an endless questionnaire.
Sorry, I only.
What's that over there?
You know, I'm just gonna enjoy this.
Your hopes go to die. Lower your
I think the thing went away. Like the Bo Burnham song.
Get a job in telecommunications. No matter how you try, you'll never reach the League of Nations. The best you'll get is middle rank in trading operations. So lower your expectations. You'll
I
never
stole this from
win
Burnham.
an Oscar, so there's no congratulations. The future that is coming will not meet specifications, and no amount of visualizations will save you from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's a tramp who thought he'd be a multi-millionaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your schemes go to die. That's where your dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die.
Classic of children's entertainment. But now, let's see how it's really done.
Before we wrap up the news tonight, I just wanted to spend a moment talking to you.
Who are these people?
A final thought, if you will, just for you, Alex. You see, I don't think it's gotten complicated back at the old homestead, but there's something you should know. You like to think you got the family ruled, the feelings have cooled, and you're just ridiculed. You think you're
Oh my god, there's 2. Oh, I missed that one. Never been under there.
You like to think you've got it under control. Well, that was your goal.
I think this is to like the same tune as the theme song that plays in the loading screens.
You clearly love your daughter more. Now Chris and Sam.
Wait, what? That's me.
'Cause you're too scared of the Lord. And Charlie's getting angry.
How do I love my daughter more? I love my son. Play with his friends.
But Susie thinks you're perfect with that holiday abroad. And I've gotta say,
And I let him sign up for the thing.
really love your daughter more. One more time, peaceful night.
What? I was nice to my son. I let him hang out with his friend and I let him sign up for that club.
And that's you.
My son didn't ask to go on vacation.
That's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow when Jeremy will be wrestling an alpaca and I'll be naked. I'm Megan Wolf. Have a treacle night.
Have a treacle night.
What? Oh, just give me that beer. I'm fucking famished.
Push yourself to your absolute limit with Occupational Hazards, the exclusive new
All
collection.
right.
Subscribe today, and every week we'll
We
show
done?
you a workplace accident you'll never forget. From the
What
classic
is that
trip and fall
piss?
to the unparalleled heights of
Do you
gross
think I'd be
negligence,
happy
this
with
limited
that?
edition set really does have it
You're
all.
out of your mind.
Sign up today, and you or your next of kin could enjoy a disappointing payout, which makes a mockery of your pain and suffering.
Alex,
Is this my...
Is this vial of real
wake up!
and your employer's complete
Oh, this is a dream. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay. It was a dream sequence. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay, that's different again. But that's okay, that's gonna be it. Yeah, that was something. Don't know what. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye!
Adventure.